Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. And in today's video, I want to talk about habits, momentum, losing momentum, and what to do about it. All right. Um, the context for this video is I'm currently going through a lack of momentum and, in the process of wanting to change habits. And as I reflect on it, I believe that I have things that maybe can bring some insight for you as well. Um, I think one thing is that changing habits, it's hard. It's hard in the sense that it takes effort. It takes consistent effort and a sense of dedication, right? It's a chosen path of commitment. And by default, without trying, what we want is comfort, convenience, ease, and being proactive and going to work out or making a video or studying in a consistent manner. It requires you to go beyond those default states of being, right? Comfort, convenience. Um, and that can be, when you compare the two, right? Um, you can mindlessly just say, F it, I don't want to do anything, and it takes zero effort. In fact, it almost feels good, right? It's like, yes. And then the notion of getting up out of that state and doing something, um, it takes effort. And so, what I'm gathering right now, and what you guys might be as well, is like, sometimes you just got to stop being a little um, bitch and go do what you need to do, right? Um, and maybe that's one thing for all of us to consider in this moment. Like sometimes you need to be a little rough around the edges to get yourself to take action. And it's so easy to press the snooze button, metaphorically, right? And just ignore the fact that, and then aside from that, it's like, it is so easy to make commitments, like to dismiss them, right? Because, for example, say on January 1st, you're like, all right, you know what, this year I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to change my life, blah, blah, blah. And when you first make the commitment, it's so present, right? The energy and the of motivation and things like that. But then a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and that motivational energy, that the presence of commitment, it's dissipated, right? It's weakened, it's less, it's decreased. And now what's more present, right? It's so easy now to be like, oh, working out, oh, right? I'd rather not. Point being is that it's easy to just fall asleep at the wheel and let the days and weeks go by, and that's it, right? And that goes back to my original statement, which is, man, creating new habits for reals, right? And actually establishing new habits, it takes work. It takes work. And I think what I'm gathering in this moment is that it's almost like I need to blindly take these actions without thinking. Although I will say, something that has come up as well is it feels like there's a lack of not just motivation, but a lack of purpose. Many of you have probably heard of this statement, what's your why? What is your why? Why do you want to do this? Um, Sorry, I got a text. Why do I want to do this, right? Why do I want to post videos? Why do I want to exercise? Why do I want to lose weight? Why? And if I'm being honest, for me personally, I have a lot of good reasons, but none of them are really pulling me. And so for me personally, it's important that I take a step back and ask myself, like, why? Why do I want these things? Because I think without that, the willpower to get things done and take action, it's not going to have enough juice behind it, right? Like if the reason, because it's like, why make these videos? Why take the time out of my day to make these videos? Why get out of my comfort zone? Why put myself through an hour of physical labor every day to work out? Why say no to the pizza and the chocolate and yes to the vegetables and lean protein? Why, right? Um, there's many ways you can go about that. But that is certainly something I need to ask myself. And again, I'm going to harp on it again. I think the nature of this journey is that it's hard. And I think that's one thing just to embrace. Okay, another aspect of this is, and I'm kind of flying all over the place, forgive me, um, is is one, embracing that it's hard, and also two, embracing that it's not hard. Right? Like what what let me take a step back, right? Our perception creates reality. And so if I decide that it's hard, then I'm going to create the reality that it's hard. And it's kind of a paradox, right? Because on the one hand, I do need to embrace the fact that there is challenge, there is adversity, there is sacrifice, right? And based on the language and the story I'm telling myself, I'm creating that reality. And so, what if I were to say it's easy, right? It's easy. But then what can conflict with that, right, is my right. And take a look at this for yourself. It's almost like sometimes we can't accept that it could be easy, because then for it to be easy means that we have to be responsible and held accountable for the results. Sorry about the shaking. Right? Like, what if it wasn't hard? What if it's not hard at all? I'm blowing my own mind here. What if it's not hard at all and I'm just not showing up? Oh no. What if it's not hard at all and I'm just not showing up? Right? It's so easy to fall asleep at the wheel. It's so easy to fall asleep at the wheel. What I mean by that is to just go on autopilot mode and be stuck in some story that says it's hard or whatever, and just get in my feelings about it and not want to show up for it. Make it this big deal. Well, I don't have a reason why, but maybe it's even simpler than that. Maybe I'm just not showing up for it, right? Because what I'm speaking to here is, I have this habit tracker, and I have several things that I'm committed to, right? A morning ritual, brushing my teeth at night. That might sound silly, but I'm serious. Brushing my teeth at night because I got in the habit of not, as gross as that is, uh, a consistent sense of working out and posting these YouTube videos, right? Those are the four things that I'm committed to. And I was going strong for about a week and a half, but then I found myself, one day I decided, you know what? And that's kind of one of my go-to things is like, you know what? Today I'm not going to do those things, right? And there's this sense of like this weird satisfaction, this weird payoff of like, I'm not going to do those things today. Right? And so I did it. And of course I felt great because it's like, yes, right? Like a day off. But then right then and there, I didn't make it a point to get back on the train of momentum. And so, right, I took the day off. The next day I did something, but then like it teetered off. And all of a sudden, all that momentum I built, right, I stopped it. And then I couldn't, not couldn't, but I didn't, right? I didn't realize the energy and the sense of commitment required to then go from momentum break to momentum again, right? Because right now it's momentum break, right? I'm doing this, and I'm sure you can relate to this, and so um, I can feel it in my body right now. Like, in order for this momentum to pick back up, I literally need to generate generate the energy required to catapult me forward, right? It's like if the ball is rolling and then you stop it, in order for it to roll again, I need to push it, right? And I need to generate the force. And so if I'm not generating, right, because let's take it a step back further, right? Before I even started the momentum train, right, January 1st, I had to generate the energy to catapult me forward. And it took something. Like it took something. And so if I'm going to have momentum and stop, clearly I need to generate the same type of momentum and power required to really move forward again. And so it's kind of insane, right? Like kind of crazy. Like we think it's all just willpower. No, like literally the energy required to fucking really go for something. It's involved. It's involved. So hopefully that made some sense. Hopefully that might have connected some dots for you as well. Again, there's many angles to go about this, but that, you know, I think what's opened up for me today in this video, and hopefully for you as well, is if we create momentum. First of all, it takes significant energy, right, to push past the sleepy zone, right? To push past our fears, our concerns, our resistances, and to finally go for it, right? Boom. And then somewhere along the way, the energy starts to dissipate. And it's on us to, boom, regenerate the energy so that we can keep going. It's so easy to just go into that sleepy mode, that unconscious sleepy mode, that convenience, that comfort, right? That familiar place of just like, fuck it. And so, you know, what I'm sensing right now is, as I've said throughout the videos, that I need to regenerate the energy that thrusted me forward a couple weeks ago. And maybe that's something that you need to do as well. And if not, something to keep in mind later on. So anyways, that is it. I hope this video found you well. Happy January 19. Hopefully the weather is great wherever you're at. It's been rainy, cold here in Southern California and all throughout California in general, in fact. But yeah, man, stay safe out there. Be careful driving out there. Some people are crazy right now. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Hopefully your goals and your progress and just your sense of wellness is at a decent spot. If it's not, no worries. You'll figure it out. And I hope that you're, you know, getting the support you need. And if you are in a great spot, awesome, man. Happy for you. See if you can help someone else, you know, find their zone as well. And if you're really crushing it, man, shit, teach us, right? Teach us how. Show us your ways. Lead more people to the top. I hope you're doing something beneficial for yourself and the world and those around you. But anyways, all right, that's it for today, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.